Okay, in this video I'll be discussing swapping the airbags or air suspension out for standard coil springs on Ford Expedition. This particular model is a 1998 Eddie Bauer two-wheel drive, so it only had airbags in the back. I've already done the swap, but I kind of wanted to show you what it takes to do it because I've had a lot of questions about it from friends and forums and that kind of thing. So take a look. Be sure to have your vehicle supported on jack stands, properly supported on jack stands before you try this process. That will remove the tension from the rear end, from the springs, from the air suspension, but it will not remove the air from it. What you do is, up on top here, on top of the spring mount, this guy right here actually would reside up there normally. I've got it tied back now after the fact. So you reach up there and you turn that about a third of a turn or so, and you'll hear it click, and that will release the air. If your bag is busted, of course there will be no air in it. I had the right side the bag was blown and the left side was okay. So when I did the right side, no air came out. When I did the left side, air did come out. After that happens, you just turn it again, about another third turn or whatever, and pops off the connector, and then you remove the top part of the air suspension, which was a 13 or 14 millimeter nut, and just took it off, and the airbag slipped out very easily. After you get the bags out, then simply slide the springs in. There should be some spring isolators on each end of it to help reduce road noise and whatnot. Put the isolators in, pop the springs in. The first spring to go in goes in super easy because of the way the rear end will be tilted. So the first one's easy. The second one, I would highly recommend going ahead and getting a spring compressor and just compress that spring an inch or two, and then it should go right in. I did not do that. I did it the stubborn hard way, and I spent about 30 minutes saying bad words that my neighbors could hear. So I would highly recommend that. Now once you're done, just to do like what I did here, I just tied them up, the airlines and everything. I guess you could cut them out if you don't think you'll ever go back to it. And then I did the same thing over here. And this guy right here is the sensor for the ride height, and that's what will kick on your compressor. I just left it in, and so far, after several months of driving the truck, I've had no problems with the compressor kicking on, but the check suspension light did come on occasionally. So what I did was I just pulled the light bulb, and while I was doing that, I added LEDs, and you can check my channel for that video for a little more information on how to pull the cluster, put in LEDs, or at least remove the incandescent lights. Oh yeah, and another part of the removal process that I forgot was the sway bar bushings have to come off, or the sway bar has to be disconnected for the rear end to drop down. I disconnected it here at this point, but instructions usually say to disconnect this guy right here. Apparently it works either way, because I just did these because it's a single bolt, came right out, no problem, and I was able to do everything just fine. Might be a good time to put in some polyurethane sway bar bushings if you're so inclined, or a beefier sway bar if you'd like. So again, when I was done, I just tied them up here, tied all the connectors up here, and left the suspension sensor in place, and everything has worked just fine for me. So I hope this is some good information for you. If you enjoyed this video, please select like and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't, then just subscribe to the channel, and maybe the next video I do you'll like better. Thank you.